The painful truth hit Albert Park like a sledgehammer today. Max Verstappen, the four-time world champion who's rarely put a foot wrong, starts the 2026 Australian Grand Prix from P20, the dead last spot, after a freak Q1 crash that left him spinning helplessly into the barriers at turn 1. This isn't driver error, it's something far more sinister, a sudden, violent rear axle lock that Verstappen himself called very weird and something he's never experienced in my whole life. The paddock's worst-kept secret right now. The new 2026 regs and hybrid systems might be hiding gremlins that could unravel Red Bull's dominance before the season even heats up. And the biggest question looming over Melbourne, was this a freak software glitch or the first crack in an unbreakable machine? The bombshell moment came early in Q1. Verstappen hits the brakes hard for turn 1 at around 300 kilometers per hour, downshifts, and the rear axle just locks completely. No slide, no warning, pure snap spin across the gravel, heavy impact with the wall. Red flags fly, no timed lap, session over. George Russell grabs pole for Mercedes in a stunning 1:18-something lap, while Verstappen walks away needing wrist x-rays but cleared to race. He told the media straight after, "I just hit the pedal and the whole rear axle just completely locked. I've never experienced that in my life." But the real mystery is why. Reports point to a software issue spiking regeneration too high under braking, locking the rears instantly as soon as he touched the pedal. Red Bull's data is still under wraps. Was it a one-off code error or a deeper regs problem with the new hybrid energy harvesting? Behind the garage doors, a quiet war is brewing between Red Bull and the FIA over these 2026 hybrid rules. The prize they're fighting for? Full control of NGUK regen mapping under heavy braking zones. Red Bull claims rivals like Mercedes exploited gray areas for better stability and battery balance. If the FIA tightens the rules or forces detuning, Red Bull loses their edge in low-speed corners for months. But if Red Bull pushes back hard and gets their aggressive harvesting cleared, they could dominate braking zones again by mid-season. If Mercedes wins this regulatory battle, though, we might see Verstappen spending entire races stuck in traffic instead of hunting poles. Mercedes pulled the underdog masterstroke. Knowing the new regs make cars twitchy under braking, they dialed back peak energy deployment last minute for qualifying, sacrificing a few kilowatts on straights, but gaining rock-solid rear stability. Result? George Russell's pole lap felt planted, no lockups, pure confidence. Technically brilliant, they turned potential chaos into an equalizer. Suddenly, the Silver Arrows aren't just surviving, they're dictating terms in uncertain conditions, flipping the old hierarchy on its head. Then there's the human tragedy. Verstappen, the unflappable champion, now stares at a silent garage in a wrecked car. Wrong place, wrong time. The steering snapped back hard on impact, forcing those precautionary wrist x-rays. How much frustration can even Max take before it boils over? Red Bull already nursed floor damage from FP2 gravel adventures, estimated 10 to 15% downforce loss, and now major repairs pile on. Race pace tomorrow could be 0.8 to 1.2 seconds off the front. His legendary front-row streak? Broken. Verstappen admitted he's not having fun at all with these cars already. A champion pushed to the edge, patience thinning fast in a season meant to cement his legacy. Deep in FIA technical files sits the wildcard, an unconfirmed contingency to relax homologation freezes on hybrid software if multiple teams report similar lockup anomalies. If triggered, Red Bull could remap MGU-T harvesting without penalty, gaining back crucial tenths in braking. Mercedes would lose their stability advantage overnight. McLaren and Ferrari might jump on it too, but it only activates with proof of a systemic issue. Pull that lever and the whole grid reshuffles. Red Bull surges, protests fly, three-way war erupts. Albert Park isn't just the season opener, it's a brutal metaphor for 2026 chaos. Unpredictable regs, hidden gremlins, where gods can fall in seconds. The rear lock mystery lingers, the hybrid political fight simmers, Mercedes' clever play shines, Verstappen's personal hit hurts, the FIA's secret plan B waits, Red Bull fears their package is fatally compromised, Mercedes hides calm precision as their weapon, Verstappen dreads not fun becoming permanent. Will data prove this was just a software blip or a fatal 2026 flaw? Can Max carve through 19 cars tomorrow without trashing tires in dirty air? If the FIA pulls the contingency trigger, does Red Bull roar back or ignite a protest storm? How long until Verstappen's frustration turns public? What if Russell's pole signals Mercedes' new era? Does the order flip forever? And the killer question, starting dead last in round 1, can Verstappen still claim the 2026 title, or did it slip away in Melbourne gravel? Don't forget to subscribe and smash the bell. Tomorrow's full race breakdown drops the telemetry secrets, private radio heat, and whether this crash sparks Red Bull's revenge or marks the beginning of the end. In F1, truth lives in the data. Stay tuned from the paddock.